Hey everybody, it's Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. How are you? Happy Monday night. Good to see you again. Gonna do a little pour tonight. Got a lot of things to show you. I'm all giddy because I get to paint tonight. I actually filmed 2 videos, and when I was putting them in my software editing mode, it said you don't have enough memory. So I went back into my pictures on my phone and was cleaning out stuff, and I accidentally took the 2 videos I filmed and deleted them. So I went right back to delete, you know, the little folder, and recalled them. And when I recalled them, they said they were corrupted. So this is video number 3 actually. If I can get the other 2 out of the cloud or whatever, because I have the cloud somewhere. I don't really understand the whole cloud thing, but I will load those. But I thought I would show you the results from those, because I did do a negative space pour that I wanted to talk about. And I just watched Julie Kutch's latest videos, and I don't know, sometimes I feel like she's my long lost sister, because our styles are very similar sometimes. And then she was like, I've been doing all this other stuff and all I want to do is just like flip a cup, and that's where I am tonight. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I've been doing all this other stuff. I want to get back into my comfort zone for a second. So first up, the results from 2 videos ago. That was a flip and drag. Where is it? Oh, hold on. So that was this guy here. It dried beautifully, so I'm gonna have to go back and like watch the first couple minutes of that video to figure out what my pouring medium recipe was, because my house liked it a lot. So there's the bottom. The raw umber or raw sienna or whatever dried a little dark right there, but that's okay. My favorite thing is this, because it looks like a bikini top or broken sunglasses, but it makes me smile every time. And then this, look at that cell that looks like it's like sitting on top of a mountain, and it has like shadow and depth, and it looks 3-dimensional, and it's ready to roll off, and it has like the mountain cells above it. Like, love that. Yeah, so this one, great cluster of cells here. There's where I torched and shouldn't have, but that's okay. And then cool little cluster up here. So overall, this is one is for a friend, but she told me she wanted a big one, and I'm worried that this isn't big enough. So if it's not, it'll go up on Etsy. So that's one. And then the pour with my snaky worms, where I was trying to do negative space. That one, I just botched that one up. Has so much paint on it. That was done the same day as the one I just showed you, and it's still not dry. Like, it hasn't really cracked. It got a couple little pinholes. I'll show you best I can. I do love the colors. So I kind of just go like this real quick. It's that guy. Yeah, he's still drying like a week later, which is hilarious to me. He's drying well though, so we'll see. So the one video I did of negative space, I'll show you the painting I did. I got the inspiration from a fellow pourer. Her name is Elise. I don't know if she says it the French way or the English way. It's Fournier or Fournier. She is Dutch, so she's from the Netherlands, and she did this cool video where she did a tree ring pour, and then filled up a squeeze bottle like this with white paint, and then squeezed white under her colors to make her negative space. And I thought that was a really cool way. So it took me a couple tries. You'll see, because I'm going to use the canvas that I using tonight is scraped from one of those tries. It's still fairly wet, so, and I need to clean it up because it did ghost a bit. You know what? I'm just going to put it down so you guys can see it, because I'm afraid that it is too wet. So let me just do this so you can see what it looks like. But that's my negative space pour right there. And that's taking white. And then I added like all these wispies. I need to go in with a white paintbrush later and like clean up some spots where it ghosted. These aren't cracks, that's paint. So I'm really happy with the composition and how wild it looks. And this was a tree ring pour, no silicone. And I think I was telling one of my viewers, Lydia, that you don't need silicone to make cells. If you pay attention to your paint density and whether or not your paint is transparent or opaque, and maybe I should do a whole video on that. If you're using student grade, professional grade, anything but craft paint, it'll tell you on the label whether or not it's transparent or opaque. Reds tend to be, most reds that I know of are always transparent, and that purple I had was opaque. So the purple sank and the red rose up and created cells all by itself. So I can't even tell if you guys can see that, so let me come up. So that was not me torching, that was not me adding silicone, that is just paint densities and how to use paint densities to make cells. So there's my negative space guy I'm fairly happy with. Let me find a home for him. And then, I feel like it's show and tell, bear with me. The other one I did in film that you didn't get to see yet is I did a big old dip, but I think it's kind of boring. So, let me put the camera back up a second. This one dried really quick. Where am I? So I did this one. It's kind of boring, and the video was really quick. It was only like 18 minutes, which is, a record for me. But it's kind of pretty. The light isn't showing it because there's all kinds of different shades of blue-green in here. There you can see it a little bit. It's fine, but I, got that out of my system too. So there was that guy. He dried in a day. And then, last but not least, I have my little art and craft show this coming Saturday. So I've been getting ready, and I resined something. I resined my towers, Twin Towers 2, and and I did the Drama Mama one from the twofer video, which is like probably a week early, but I'm like, screw it, taking a chance. So this is Drama Mama, all resin, and today I painted the sides. Still a little messy on the back, but isn't it pretty? I'm like so happy with this guy. So that's going to market. And then I wanted to show you the final results of the Twin Towers 2, which were these guys. And I'm just going to set them right here. So this is the first one. And see, it's like really nice and clean in the back and all ready to go. These are my favorite thing to do, for sure. And I just think like they look really, really great. They're not meant to be a diptych, just kind of complimentary. So I still have to wait 2 weeks to do Towers 3, and then I got the wood to do a 4th set. So I think that's kind of my favorite thing to do, or the towers. All right, enough of all that. And before I get out on the canvas, I wanted to say thank you all for the birthday wishes. That was really sweet, and I was touched because, you're all pretty much strangers, so that was just really nice. Yeah, let me get down on the canvas. Someone wanted a close-up of that painting over there. I'll do that another night. I'm already 9 minutes into it and haven't done a damn thing, so let me get down on the canvas. Talk. Okay. So yes, since I've been doing all these other types of pours, I'm like, oh, I just want to go back and do something that's familiar and comfortable. So that's what I'm going to do. The snaky picture behind me was sort of my inspiration for the colors. So tonight, I rediscovered my love of Amsterdam paints. So I have Greenish Blue by Amsterdam here. I have another Amsterdam, which is Emerald Green. here. And then I was out of burnt sienna, so I had to switch to Liquitex Heavy Body for my burnt sienna here. And then my favorites, man, my giant thing of the Liquitex Soft Body in Iridescent Bright Gold. And then finally the same thing in the Philocyan Green, the blue shade version. So, and that's this guy. So a couple darks, couple lights, and as usual, a cup of tea white. My pouring medium recipe for tonight is I was trying to get, I'm inching my way, you know, working up my nerve to try another just glue and water pour. And I chickened out. So I have 20 ounces total. So I did, instead of doing like 65%, 35% of glue and water, 65% being the glue, I started to do it, and I made 13 ounces of Elmer's glue all, and then I chickened out and I added 2 ounces of Floetrol and then 5 ounces of water, just because the Floetrol helps in case it does crack. So we'll see how that does with the cells. So pouring consistency tonight, probably just a smidgen thicker than normal. My trace in the cup, it leaves a little trace for about a second before it disappears. I guess it's pretty good. It was a little tough, I gotta say, getting all the consistencies as close as possible, because I have a hard, you know, 1 heavy body, 2 soft body, and 2 regular. And so they all required various amounts of the pouring medium to get them where they should be. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a drop or 2 of my spot on treadmill silicone, and then I'm gonna take a drink of tea because talk. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a 1 and a 2. All right, give those a light stir. I did try that same method, Elise's method, but instead of doing a tree ring pour, I did a regular pour with silicone, and I had cells in the middle. That's what this was. And then I tried to squirt my white to make my negative space. And the problem with that is when you have the silicone and this, it kept wanting, every time it touched the white, it would make a cell. Like it kept selling up and ruining my nice crisp white lines that I was looking for. So if you're gonna try her method, I encourage you to go check her out on YouTube. But don't use silicone. That's my words of wisdom. All right, let me start layering. I gotta get my tea, hold on. Oh, so much better. Okay. Thank you for all the comments and suggestions on that snake pour. That's what we'll call them, the snake pour. I should have been more precise in that video when I said, I haven't even watched a video on how to do this. What I meant was I hadn't watched a video recently. That's not to say I've never watched a video on negative space pours. And a bunch of you are like, oh, you should watch so-and-so. And I guess in some respects the pouring world is small, because like everybody that you guys all recommended, I have heard of or already subscribed to their channel. So, but thank you. I do appreciate the helpful nature of everyone. I would love to be able to do a smash painting like Ann Osborne, whose work is phenomenal most of the time, because sometimes it's too light and airy for my taste, but that's just a personal preference thing. But you know, I paint I painted my little kitchen in my little townhouse. And this is the only spot. And this is where my family like lives and eats. So the thought of me like hammering paint in my kitchen, that's just never gonna happen. Like I can't do it. So maybe someday when I'm rich and famous, I will give that a go, but I can't do her style here. So I thought Elise's version was a good alternative for me. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to tell you as I do this is it was last week. My husband overheard or was eavesdropping, I'm not sure which, me talk in my video about going down to one night a week and, you know, posting just one video a week and slowing down a bit and all that. And he was like, "What's that all about?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, "Well, you know, because I want quality over quantity, and everyone will know, like, hey, Waterfall Acrylic post videos every Monday night or whatever. And, you know, I just thought it'd be nice and kind of organized." And he's like, "But you're an artist, aren't you?" And the way he said it, I was like, "Well, I try to be." And he's like, "Well, then why are you limiting yourself in such a manner?" And I was like, I don't know." He was like, "I would assume," I'm cracking up at the fake voice I'm giving my husband. "I would assume that you would paint when you were so moved to do so, and that when you're inspired, you should just go for it and not worry about anything else. And I think your idea is just utter nonsense." And I was like, "Okay then, well, I guess I won't do that." So it kind of talked me out of it. And so I'm going to go back to my, you know, my haphazard ways of painting whenever I can and posting, you know, feast or famine style in the manner which you've all become accustomed. So you have my husband to thank for that. It was pretty funny. He's like, "Are you an artist, aren't you?" I was like, I felt very much on the spot. So anyway, scratch that idea. He wasn't having it. I need more tea. My throat is really dry. I keep getting like, I feel like I have a frog in my throat. Excuse me. All right. How much paint we got? We'll keep going. So speaking of videos, I had a request or two for another live pour, and that was a lot of fun. And I have some lessons learned, so I think I'd be more organized at it. So let me know in the comments if you want to see. I'll give you two choices: the last Sunday of the year, which I guess is excuse me, the 29th or the 30th, I can't remember, or the first Sunday of the new year. And I'll just take a tally or a vote, and it'll definitely be that Sunday, probably the same time, which was like 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, because I'm on the East Coast. So I tried to, you know, consider people in other parts of the world or other time zones, but I mean, it just gets tough, you know. You can't do it at a convenient time for everybody. So join in if you can. If not, now that we know it saves it and you can replay it later. I feel like I'm talking a lot. I'm like Chatty Cathy tonight for sure, right? It's because it's been a week. I haven't talked to you. You remember when I was telling you guys that I lost 4 of the 6 of my most favorite ornaments from the moves? And so the other night I was home alone and I went to light up my little ornament things with the tea light, and I had it in my hand. Oh, there goes the blue, no more blue. And I went to put the tea light in it, and I fumbled it, and it went like this, and it went like this, and it hit my thumb, and it rolled over, and I tried to catch it, and I caught it for a second, and it like hit my hand again and crashed to the floor into a bazillion pieces. And I think I let out the biggest F-bomb. I think it like reverberated throughout my entire neighborhood. You know, one of those things where it was like, fudge, kind of like that. But now I only have 1, and I've been online. I'm not real sure the terminology, like if there's an official name for these things. And I had a girlfriend who was actually on vacation, and she was in Vienna, Austria. And I was like, you gotta find these for me. And she was looking high and low because she likes them too, and couldn't find them. And then she went to Amsterdam and couldn't find them there either. So I think it's strictly like a German thing, like the Christmas market maybe. I don't know which side of the country. So, but I know I found them in Cologne. In Germany, man, you guys got the best ornaments. You got the best like Christmas trinket stuff. It's not fair. Really. Just let me go one here. One over here. I had the opportunity to live in Germany for a couple years too, and that's where I was able to stock up on like traditional nutcrackers and the smokers. And then I don't know what these things are called. They're like made out of balsam wood. While we're waiting, more show and tell while we wait for the paint to go down. These guys, you put like your little tea light in it, and then it lights up, and they're really, really pretty, and I adore them. And then they have the other kind where the heat from the candle makes it spin. I love those too. And you can't just get that stuff here in the States. You know, we have all like mass-produced plastic balls. I don't know. It's tougher. You have to go find the little villages like down in Williamsburg, Virginia, where it's like colonial town, and they have like shops that have all that authentic Christmas items. This is the ball or the ornament, whatever. They come in a stand. Maybe if I show you guys, one of you will recognize and tell me where I can get it. See, it has like a little pretty hand-painted scene, and then in the back, that's where you put your candle, and then you just light it up and it glows and it's all pretty, and you know, it's good to sit there with a couple of those on in the dark with your glass of wine. That's what I do. All right, let me make room. I got out Vince for good luck. Hi, Vince. There he is. Got my torch. Gonna remember my corners. Everyone's like, do your corners. I'm like, I know, I just keep forgetting. I'll try to remember tonight. So I'm gonna just come up here and kind of just go like that and do a corner. There. That's kind of pretty. I'll also do this corner too, since I have paint in my cup. There. Lots of gold on top. And then a bunch of green. And this corner. And then we'll just save that little bit because it looks like it's in pretty good shape. They're not going to meet up, are they? Whoa, I don't want you going off overboard either. Oh, I stuck my finger in the paint. Don't go anywhere. Where do you think you're going? Trying to escape. Just a couple little baby cells. That's always a good sign, I think. See, I don't know if I can get them to meet up. They're kind of far apart. I would like to get those two gold sections to meet up. That would be nice. Oh no. My fingers. I'm stuck to the tape underneath the canvas. Okay, that's funny. Let me give a light torch now before I move around too much. Pop some bubbles because I do see some. Oh, it's like mega high torch there. Wow, looks like it's going to sew up a lot. Or those are like really teeny tiny. That's interesting. We'll see what happens. Yeah, a lot of baby ones. Weird. And it's interesting to me too, well maybe it'll come up, is that the burnt sienna is like totally missing in action. And usually that should be a color that pops up because it's transparent. And when the other colors sink, ooh, it does. See, like I pushed on that and it went bloop. Here I am, I heard my name. And it came right up. All right, let's get down to business. Let's try to go. Let's save this since I need to get to the middle. Otherwise, that's all gonna go bye-byes. Something touch up, holy for Pete's sakes. Is it weird when I get all quiet? She's not talking. Oh my God. She's not saying anything at all. God, that was a great save of cells right there. Kind of impressed with myself right there. Looks wonky. I'm gonna turn it around a second. I'm gonna see it from your way, your angle. All right. I'm gonna save these guys. There's a clump here and a clump there, so maybe I'm hoping now I can just move down and stretch this part out and open up some background space. It's gonna clump up the ones right here. But that's okay, we'll go back the other direction. I need to come down, so. Yeah, there's no saving those, I guess. Let's see if I can come back. Can you guys see? Oh, it's all crooked for you, isn't it? Sorry, I was staring at it. Can you guys see? Yeah. This is phenomenal. I even kind of like this. They're big. And you got two spots. What I don't like is this like bunched up little part right here. So, I'm not real sure what I can do about it. But I don't want to dirty up the back of my canvas. So I'm going to take off this glove and put on a fresh one. Yeah, let me do that. And see if I can get my hand under the canvas. That's the beauty of canvas over wood, even though I like wood better. How long is this video? I don't know why I should worry. What, 35 minutes. I'll be done in 40, so we're almost done. Which isn't so bad considering I yammered on like for the first 10 minutes, so apologies for that. I'm all excited over like all my artwork over the last 2 months that is finally completed. So I don't know if I can do anything about that part at all. But I might just try and slide back down this way a little bit. Otherwise, let's see what that does. That helps. Yeah, that helped a little bit. They made these guys long and skinny, but that's okay. I felt a little rusty after a week of, you know, doing all that other stuff. Look at my stick. Isn't that fun? You see that? Isn't that fun? All right, how do my sides look? Mine are great over here. Let me get my spoon. I just have like one little spot right there, right there. The rest of this is good. Come around to your side. I'll take it. I think it could have been better, but you know, what are you gonna do? I might tilt that off. Your side's good too, just like this one little spot right here. And that's it, yay. Do I want to torch anywhere? I might torch in this one spot right here. Maybe if I just get some other little cells there, I don't know if I will or not, that will help offset the elongated cells right there. Am I being picky? I feel like I'm being picky. Really happy with the color scheme. I might have to do this color scheme again. Let me just try right here, see if it does anything. Or is it just gonna make it like that white, misty stuff? Yeah, it's just gonna make little baby stuff, so I'm not gonna bother. It's not worth it. Not worth muddying it all up right there. I don't know what to make of this line, but you know, that's the path. Maybe that's the path less traveled. I don't know. Maybe that's what we name it. Let me bring you guys down for a close-up. I'll scooch in my vase a little bit. And I think I'm gonna be able to sneak in a pour. My husband hasn't like given me any shit about painting at Christmas time. Last year I was like, it was verboten. So I'm gonna get in one more pour between now and Christmas. So that's what she looks like. Let me get you down here. Show you. Whoa, don't drop it. This is the big cell land over here. They look pretty good. I'm in love with the color scheme. I really am. Lots of gold on top, which is great. These long skinny guys over here in the green. Got my path. And this top part is just awesome. One of these days I'll get the entire painting to look like that. That's the goal right there. That's goals right there. Gorgeous. But overall, fairly happy. We'll see how it dries with this, you know, pouring medium recipe. And look at that, 40 minutes, I'm done, I'm out. I'll see you guys in a few days. I'll try to get the other 2 videos loaded for you. Wish me luck. And find me on Facebook and Instagram and my Etsy shop. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.